All right, good morning, everybody. I barely got in right at 7 o'clock. I had to reboot a couple of times. Say hello in the comments if you are here. And if you are here, if someone could shoot me a text. Let me know. Can you see me now? Okay, it's 7:01. I had trouble getting in. I'm on now. And Jizzy's telling me I'm on. Excellent. So I had to reboot 3 times. So thank you for being here, everybody. Do say hello in the comments and quickly check in with yourself. Feel into yourself and put your 2 words in the comments. And then I'm not going to see those comments right now, so I'm just trusting you'll put it in, and I will come back and take the pulse of the group before we started, when I can watch the replay. So as we've been doing the last couple of weeks, I want to activate us before I share the message. So today I want you to take your right hand and I want you to place it just over your belly button. We're going to work with the solar plexus chakra today. This is the energy center that connects you with all the energies of your beliefs from your wounded 3rd dimensional persona about your ability to survive. If I was just going to bottom line it, that's the energy of the solar plexus chakra. It is our most basic energy center that connects our non-physical soul that's housed in this physical body to the energies of physicality. The 3 lower chakras do that, but the solar plexus chakra is the one that contains all the energy about our primal belief and execution of our ability to survive. Okay? I'll say more about that in a moment. We're just going to activate it for a second. So I want you to place your right hand right over your belly button. Place your left hand over your right with your feet on the floor. And if you feel comfortable, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. As always, I want you to breathe deep into the energy center we're working with. So I want you to draw the breath far past your chest cavity, so deep into your belly you feel your belly rise. And I want you to do that 3 or 4 times while I'm talking, guiding your mind what to imagine. So just behind your belly button, I want you to imagine a golf ball sized light that is the most brilliant yellow that your mind can muster right now. And as you continue to breathe into that energy center, I want you to see that yellow ball of light begin to rotate like a mirrored ball in a dance club. And as that ball of light begins to rotate, I want you to see that light begin to expand all the way into your belly, filling the space between your pubic bone underneath your ribs. So your entire belly is the most brilliant, beautiful yellow light your mind can imagine at this moment. And now with that activated, I want you to move your right hand up to your heart and your left hand over your right hand on your heart. And we're going to activate that emerald green ball of light of your heart chakra, which is your updated command center. It is the intelligence of your soul mode. When you are in soul mode, you're flowing from the intelligence of your accumulated eternal wisdom as it impacts your current life in a way that makes sense right now. So activate your eternal wisdom in your command center. And then drop your hands off that activated heart chakra. And I want you to let your heart chakra, your command center, your soul mode, talk to the energy center in your belly. And I want you to allow that intelligence to assure your belly energy, your solar plexus chakra, that all is well, that the intelligence of soul mode is driving your ability to survive. It's upgrading the energy of your lower chakras. Let the intelligence of your soul, your eternal wisdom, communicate with that energy in your belly, empowering it to step up into the energy of the higher frequencies, the intelligence of soul mode. Everything is beyond okay. Everything is being driven by you as the drop of source in the infinite ocean of the one source. Let your drop communicate to all the energies that have driven your wounded third dimensional persona in physicality on the lower frequencies. Let it upgrade right now. Now, with both those energies activated, I'm going to quickly share with you the message. So, again, you know that I'm not an astrologer, but we're in a very powerful full moon that some call the cold moon. It's coming on the heels of 3 planets retrograde, all of which create a pattern interrupt. So we've been in this 2 weeks of this sincere, intense compression of a pattern interrupt. It's the contraction that comes before the release, if you will, of Braxton Hicks contractions, which is a mother preparing for the full contractions that are going to birth the baby down the birth canal. So we are in these contractions and expansions, these contractions and expansions, and all the planetary alignments in this year of Quantum Leap have lined up month by month by month by month by month to support this Quantum Leap. Those of you that are in the mastermind, I asked you the question last week, and those of you that are in the mastermind and have one-on-one coaching, we flushed this out. If you're not in the mastermind, I want you to think about the answer to the question I'm going to pose right now. The question is, what has been your biggest point of growth in 2024? Think about that really quickly. If you've already answered it, bring it into your mind right now. If you haven't answered that, think about it and then ponder it after this message as we move through this week. What has been your biggest point of growth? Why is that important? Because we are wrapping up the year of Quantum Leap. The Quantum Leap that has been happening in this year are these pockets of energies that have continued to expand our capacity to turn the dial and have a stronger bandwidth. In that year of all these energies expanding our bandwidth, it's been driving a very particular intended process for all of humanity. And it is driving us to see ourselves at more intense Google Map clarity of who we are and how we become that way based on the imprints of our lower frequencies. And then wherever we have landed with a conscious awareness that this is my biggest point of growth, I don't want you to take that lightly. Wherever the year of Quantum Leap has landed you with a conscious understanding of where you've grown the most, that version of you, and whatever that growth is that you are recognizing, that level of growth and that version of you is who is going to be driving how you navigate what's coming in 2025. So don't let that fly over your head. It's not just a fun little question to explore. How did I grow the most in 2024? No. Who am I at the end of 2024 based on this area of growth that I am recognizing? Because that's the foundation of the transformation that has allowed you to become the version that you are to bring you into the new year. Super important. Why is it super important? Because that version of you has done a lot of work and has acquired a bunch of tools that you've slipped into your tool belt. That version of you. That version of you knows that the wounded third dimensional version that we've been transforming out of, particularly since 2012 and significantly since 2020, can easily default to fear mode. Fear mode is driven by, is contained and impacted not from your head, but from the energy of your survival energy center. in your belly. Right now, as we've all been doing this beautiful inner work of transformation, the snow globe is continuing to be shook up. And the collective is feeling really unstable, really confused, really fearful about what's to come. And all of us can feel that if we're not toggled into soul mode. Soul mode knows that there's nothing to fear, and all the evidence of the challenges that are presented, we have been training for, and we're fully equipped to overcome the obstacles. It's the refinement. The obstacles are the refinement for us to prove to ourselves who we are in this version of ourselves. And we know we're going to surprise and amaze ourselves. So there is nothing to fear, because this dismantle is really the evidence of the emergence of what we've been energetically, consciously building in the new earth that will emerge once the dismantle of the systems that no longer serve us are dissipated, and we have the chance to pour the foundation, we have the chance to inhabit it, and then discover how it feels to be in that version of ourselves, all co-creating. Right now, this week, this past week, if you really pause, you have had moments of clarity brought into your experience about areas of your life where you've gained a higher Google Map understanding of yourself. Many of those higher map Google Vision awareness of ourselves have come because on a spectrum. They've come because some of us have still continued to cling to in kind of a refusal to really accept what we were shown about ourselves all the way back in 2023, 2022, 2021, and 2020. And we've been going, I see it, I'll do a little something, maybe I won't, maybe I will. And you know where you are on the spectrum. You know where you are on the spectrum in relation to that which was revealed way back during the COVID shelter in. Depending on where you are is affecting your Google Map awareness of yourself. If you've been refusing to be honest with yourself for 5 years or 4 years, your life has found itself really, really, really tumultuous. If you've been honest with yourself and you've been doing the work to release and be compassionate and loving with that version of yourself, but actively letting go of your attachment to that way of being and consciously pursuing a new way of being, it's been less challenging and more peaceful revelation about yourself. Okay? This is important. Hang with me. There's a beautiful energy moving this week. It is in the spiritual community, including in our mastermind. It's often, I hear you guys reflect back to me your own judgment that says to me that you're saying to yourself, I'm not doing it perfect enough. As if spirituality demands some level of perfection. It doesn't. It doesn't. This is not about judging yourself and trying to figure out how to be perfect or more perfect. It's an energy that's saying it's inviting us with a question that would say, how could I be even more honest with myself to look in the mirror and release myself from the judgment of these ways of being that I've been so afraid to let go of? How can I be more compassionate and more honest to admit something that I've been fearful to admit, to loosen my grip, so the Google Map has the freedom to escalate you or ascend you into a higher understanding of how to move yourself from that place with which you've been afraid to acknowledge, through the intelligence of your upgraded heart chakra, not through the fear that's continuing to churn in our bellies. This is so important, beautiful soul. This week, I want to reinforce the mantra that we were given 2 weeks ago. There's nothing to fix, just more to feel. Say that out loud right now with me in the privacy of your own home. Feel that. Feel the truth of your inner guidance saying that to you, not Mark. Your inner guidance. There's nothing to fix, there's just more to feel. There's nothing to fix. There's just more to feel. Let that be the Google Map awareness of today. So when you begin to continue to call people, places, and things into your experience that make you see something about you, and you notice your default to judgment, you simply say, oh, whatever I'm feeling right now is not an indication I need to fix something. If I let myself feel what I feel, the energies of grace are dissipating that attachment to the fear in my belly that's kept me afraid from being honest and looking in the mirror. It's the grace is doing the work. All you have to do is feel without and notice any thoughts that create judgment or belief that there's something you got to do to get better at this, or you got to figure out how to let go, or you got to figure out how to change and be different once you do let go. There's nothing to fix. There's just the experience of feeling your emotions with the conscious understanding that, and to be in that conscious understanding, you need to receive this message from your inner guidance. I'm just the voice of your inner guidance. It's one energy. Receive the message from your inner guidance so you can talk to your mind that wants to hook your wounded third dimensional persona mind that wants to align with the fear that's being dissipated out of our bellies right now. So all you got to do is feel and say to your mind, oh, what I'm feeling right now, all I got to do is be still and be in the awareness of the emotional experience right now as it's dissipating, and grace is moving it out of my energetic field. You need to tell your mind that so you can be comfortable enough in the uncomfortable emotions while it dissipates and moves out of your field. What if it was as simple as that to bring you to the next level of freedom that you're craving? Well, I'm telling you, this week it is. Those of you who've done my workshops and have done breath work with me, you hear me say in that process, what if you could just breathe yourself to your next level of freedom? Well, you can in that process. If you just feel with no pressure to fix, your level of clarity and Google Map perception a week from today on next Monday's Magical Monday has the capacity to be very, very different. So say it with me one more time. The mantra is, there's nothing to fix, just feel. There's nothing to fix. Here's how they said it 2 weeks ago. There's nothing to fix, there's just more to feel. There's nothing to fix, there's just more to feel. It's scary to feel because whatever those feelings are that trigger our survival mechanism feels like shit. There's something I got to do to protect myself and I don't even know where it's coming from. And that's just your triggered response. We're all experiencing the triggered response of the collective going, I can feel it. I can feel it. Something big is coming and I'm feeling fearful because I feel out of control. There's nothing to fix. There's just more to feel. Let yourself feel that feeling of being out of control as it dissipates out of your field, because we were all programmed to believe that we could be in control, but our control was taken from us. Control is an illusion. I'm never in control, but I'm always in charge. I'm never in control, but I'm always in charge. of my emotional mastery, my energetic mastery, my alignment, and my ability to toggle into soul mode, to be in my upgraded heart chakra and the intelligence of my accumulated soul wisdom to guide me in this unprecedented moment that we're all co-creating on the planet, that we're calling ascension and the bringing forth of the new earth. There's nothing to fix, beautiful soul. There's just more to feel. And let the act of grace move the energetics of the triggered response to the feeling, work on your behalf and dissipate it out of your field. And let's check in a week from today and see what happens. It's a fun game to play this week if you're up for the challenge. That's where I'm going to leave you today. I'm just going to remind you, those of you that on the Magical Monday Facebook page, let me just check the time. They are going to live stream Jeff's memorial service. Trying to find out where it is. It's 1 p.m. Central Time, 1 to 2 p.m. Central Time. It'll be live streaming on our Facebook page. Jizzy Arnell put the link there for you from the post from Jeff's family. That's where I'm going to leave you today. I love you. Be kind to yourself. Be compassionate. And remember, there's nothing to fix. There's just more to feel. Enjoy. I love you. Bye for now.